Buying high, selling low. Just seems to happen every single time regardless of the asset that we're purchasing. Stocks, crypto, property, you name it, we tend to buy high, sell low. Why do we do it and how can we prevent it? That's what I want to look at in today's video, using 3 of my top cryptos on my watch list for July and August using my favorite, technical analysis. Here on the channel, I look at cryptocurrency and stocks, in particular Aussie stocks. So if you're finding yourself new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because I look at these investments using technical analysis and also market sentiment, which is exactly what we're going to look at in today's video. If you're not familiar with the YouTube algorithm by now, you need to hit that like button down below, make it go blue. It helps out the channel and it's your easiest way to support what we're doing here and see more of it on your newsfeed. So be sure to go down and like that little thumbs up button, make it go blue. It takes 1 second. Now I often feel like I'm doing the impossible here and I'm trying to blend stocks and cryptocurrency on the same channel. I know a lot of people are just pro stocks, some are just pro cryptocurrency, but the point I want to make here is we can be profitable in both areas. Some are easier to use than others, some are more preferable than others for certain people, but the main thing that we're looking at here is technical analysis and using that information to spread across all different types of investments. And of course, like I said, market sentiment as well. That's what I want to cover off first up when it comes to how can we prevent this. But before I dive into that, here are my 3 top rules for successful investing, which I've mentioned previously in other videos, but I think it's just good to recap them. If you want to see them in more detail, go check out the previous videos. And those 3 rules are: 1, cut the noise; 2, education, we never stop doing that; and 3, continue to repeat the process of cutting out the noise and re-educating ourselves. Now with the structure of the video out of the way, let's dive into the first question we want to answer, and that is, how do we prevent jumping into FOMO? Now we've got 2 different things I look at here. One is obviously technical analysis, and I've mentioned that already so many times at the beginning of the video. And the second is being market sentiment. Now this doesn't always agree with everyone, and they think it can be rubbish, and they believe it, but they don't know how to see it. But really, for me, all it comes down to is figuring out what is going on in the market. Just listening to what's going on out there, whether certain cryptos or stocks are being talked about so much more than others, and then relating that to the chart. What are we seeing in terms of price action? From my experience, I've seen these work really well together. It's just getting a feel for what's out there. So that's like my fundamentals. And then looking at the chart and just seeing, is that excitement and energy being represented in the charts? So for today's video, I'm looking at 3 cryptocurrencies because I've seen this happen in these cryptocurrencies already. I want to look at what we can do to potentially get a better entry price in the future, and then also look at the setup pattern for a potential breakout before it actually happens and before we hear it all in the news and the noise out there. So I want to get in before this happens, and I'm going to use technical analysis and of course what I believe to be is my edge being this market sentiment. And that's what I want to share with you guys. So hopefully you can see that as well and use it to your advantage. Now for today's video, I'm going to use the cryptocurrency exchange OKEX. It's really easy to get set up on. It's just like anything else to get set up on. Your email, set up your password, go in there, verify yourself, and away you go. You can basically fund your account from that point. If cryptocurrency is new to you, then be sure to check out my previous videos on the channel. I've got how to buy Bitcoin in Australia. It's a very similar setup process, but if you want to know more information, hit me up in the comments down below and I'll do my best to help you out there. Let's dive into the OKEX exchange and do some analysis on these cryptos. We load up OKEX.com, we're going to get this screen here. We want to go to trade and spot trade. We don't want to do any margins or future trading just at this point. That can be for future videos, but for now we're just going to do the spot trading. Now, the first crypto we're looking at is ICX. Now this is the screen that comes up, and what I want to do is hit chart. So that brings us up with a chart that we can actually use to do some analysis on. Now the first screen that comes up is the original view. I want to use the trading view. So that's the platform that I use. When you guys ask questions, which software, which platform are you using? It's tradingview.com. That's the easiest one I've found that gets a lot of these stocks and cryptocurrencies. There's also Coinigy, but for today, let's look at TradingView. Next thing we want to do is move over to at least 1 week, maybe 3 days or 1 day, but we don't want to use any of the smaller time frames at this point. So we've got 1 day, and I'll start with that, maybe come out to 3 days because there's just a little bit too much information there for me. So yeah, we want to cut the noise out. We've cut it down to a 3-day chart. Every one of these candles is 3 days of market price action. Now, what I love about Icon is that we can see the buildup of energy in the chart. This is why I'm doing all my technical analysis. If you've got a different opinion, leave it in the comments down below. I'm trying to keep this really simple because I think we can still make a lot of money from keeping our analysis quite simple. I have been known to overanalyze things, which is why I want to keep it simple. So this is the chart we've got here. We can see all the way back to around September, where the market went basically pretty damn quiet. Then it took off into one little boom here that you can see over the course of probably a month or so, and then it's just tapered off. But what we can see here, if we use just a little bit of a trend line, sticking it to the top, we want to hit magnet as well, that little magnet icon, so that catches the top points for us. Right there, draw it out to this point here, and then using these settings, we just want to extend the right-hand side, and that's going to shoot the line across the screen for us. And so this, for me, is basically the market breaking out of price structure. It has been pushed into a very tight area, and we can see it break above that area. So to me, that is a lot of energy coming through old highs. So it's not getting suppressed anymore. It's made it through. It's a spring flower that has come through the earth. It's been waiting there all winter, and it's shot up through the earth. That's what I'm looking at here on the chart, if I want to make an analogy to nature. So let's do that again from the bottom of the price action, and this is along the bottom here, one of these points, they're about the same. Sticking it to the other low, the major low, you can see the price touched on it and bounced away from it. That's another strong sign for me that these areas of support and resistance are working in this triangle formation. This looks like a great area for me to continue loading into a position. I like the breakout point, so as the market breaks through these highs on strong energy, which is the volume that you can see at the bottom as well, I think that's another good area to buy. It's just having a little bit of a rest before I think it might shoot off again. So that is our buy area. The sell area that I'm looking at here is around these lows. So I'm going to use that on-screen pen, and somewhere around that point there is an area that I would watch for the market to come back to, and I don't want to see it break. But at the very worst, I definitely would not want to see this area break. If that breaks, I think this little burst of energy could be over for now, and we'd have to wait through another whole season until we see this thing take off. So we're nearly done with the first trade, and the next two are going to be a little bit quicker now that we have gone through the basics of this trade. Now with Icon, we've got the buy area that I like. I've got the sell stop area, so the area that I don't want to see the price go below. And now we've got to come up with a profit target area. Now for the profit target area, I'm going to use support and resistance. Like I said, I want to keep it super simple. Anyone can do this really. You just need to look at a chart and start to identify areas where there has been a lot of price action in the past. Now, if you need a little bit more explanation on that, let me know in the comments down below. I've been doing this for coming up 10 years. So just let us know if I'm skipping over things a little bit too fast, or if you think you need a little bit more explanation into it. But the support and resistance areas basically can be identified as areas where you see the price spend a fair bit of time around. You can see some highs here, you can see some lows at this point. Now they were significant lows as well because the market bounced from those. If we scroll back, we also have some other significant lows at this area here because the market found support at that area and made a reasonable rally from that. So that's what I'm looking at here, areas of significance. So we're just going to scroll into the chart a little bit more. This gives us about, coming up around 2 years of price data just in that area. So we're somewhere around 4,000 Satoshis on this trade now, 4,160. Now I'm just looking to an area at around that blue line being 5,900. So essentially got like a nice little round number of 6,000 Satoshis, which is the top of this first little spike. And that also lines up with some lows like we saw back here. So if we go from 4,000 to 6,000, there's 50% on our Bitcoin holdings. Now, if we want to look a little bit further, I'd just do the same thing, just start to work my way up and see that there's another area here at around 8,800, or you could probably say 9,000. So that's another round number. And if you went from 6,000 to 9,000, that's another 50% jump on top of that price area. So I'd start to look at it like people who have bought in at 6,000, which were these lows, and they sold off at 9,000, they got themselves a 50% profit, but someone else had to buy the stock at that stage, or the crypto in this case. And so those people may be looking to sell when it gets to 9,000 just to break even. You ever been in that position where you're in a trade and you don't want to sell out at a loss, but you're just happy to get your money back and move on. So that's where you could probably see some more selling occurs around that level there. Those people that bought the bags of these people down here, they'll be looking to get out. Apart from that, if we start to move up the price tree, we don't really get too many more areas of resistance when we start to look a bit further up. There's a little bit at around 11 and 13, but then we get this nice long run all the way up to these levels at about 26,000. So from 4,000 to 26,000, you do the maths, it's something like 6.5 times, right? So I like this as a pretty good trade coming up, who knows, next few months. Could be a good one. Put that on the watch list. I'm also buying into this one because I like the look of this trade. It hasn't taken off yet. The news isn't out there. It's looking good to me. Now let's move on to the last two, and you can see these will be in a vastly different state to this one here, Icon. Number two should come as no surprise to many crypto enthusiast fans. It's ADA, Cardano. And we can see this has taken off from its levels of accumulation, which were probably a few months back. And we can see ADA has moved about 3 times off its lows. If I'm looking for that triangle pattern that we can see on ICX, could possibly be around this point here. And grab another line, drag that out. And then from that area, you can see the market just took off as it broke through that triangle, and that's on high volume too, because you're looking at the volume low, you're looking at this long bar, and it's just taken off from that point. So there was an entry point there at around 600 and say 50, because that's a little bit higher than the highs, so you're getting a breakthrough confirmation, and now it's at 1300. So that's a doubling of your money already. That's not too bad, or a doubling of your Bitcoin. Now if we look for areas above that as extra profit taking areas, you're probably going to run into a little bit more resistance at around 1800. So for me, this one's coming to the end of its trade for now, but I think it could just pull back a little bit as we get through the fundamental news, all the hype about the staking with Shelley coming up at the end of the month. So that's what I'm seeing happen here. You know, we're just starting to take off with the news. I'm not having to dig at each of these projects. I just want to find a great place to buy and then sell. That's all we're doing here, is looking for great entries and exits. If you want to be a fanboy of a project, you probably have to go to another channel. I try not to be a fanboy of any of the projects, because then you just get your heart on the line that something's going to take off to the moon and you're going to end up being multi-million-dollar rich from one project just because you're talking about it all the time and you're hating on people who don't like it. Doesn't work. That's not how investing and trading is. You should be putting the emotion at the door, diving into a good trade, and then doing your research to make sure you're going to get that good solid return at the end of it. Let's move on to the third cryptocurrency that I like to look of here. Just before we do move on to the third, the stop loss areas I would have in mind here would be at the lows. That would be somewhere under the low point here of 760, and I don't want to see these lows be broken, because that would mean a very dire end to the project. For now, we don't want to see it go anywhere below that 430 odd Satoshis. So if that wasn't clear enough, I'm not buying this one at the moment. Those are the areas that I'll be looking for a stop if I was in the trade at the moment. And the other area I'll be looking for a take profit on this if I was in the trade and I hadn't gotten out. I'd be looking at somewhere around this point here at around 1700, maybe 1800 if I wanted to try and squeeze a little more out of it. There are of course other areas further up, but for now I'm going to leave ADA and move on to our third cryptocurrency for July and August. And the third cryptocurrency project is none other than Stellar Lumens. XLM, you can find that pretty much anywhere. It's on a lot of platforms, a lot of exchanges at the moment, but like I said, we're using OKEX. And I should mention, before I go on with this one, that if you guys want to sign up with it, yes, I have a referral link for OKEX in the description down below. I think the user interface of this exchange compared to many others out there is very clean and easy to use. I like the look of it. I like that you can switch over to trading view. There's a lot of easy buy and sell areas within the platform to buy cryptocurrency through bank accounts or debit cards. And for any of the leveraged traders out there, it has some very low fees associated with it. So if you're into that, definitely check out the link down below. You'll get $10 of Bitcoin when you purchase your first $100 of Bitcoin in one transaction. So essentially you're getting $110 for $100. Now let's look into Stellar Lumens. And firstly, we can see that this has had a long accumulation area around 880 all the way down to about 580. So there's been a very tight area for this project to accumulate, for people to accumulate XLM tokens, XLM coins, right? And you can see the volume of XLM, as it drops, it starts to die out. And so we can tend to look at that as the sellers are drying up. And then when this starts to move up, it's starting to break through the highs like we just recently saw. The lows have gotten higher, meaning that people are coming in to buy this coin quicker than they were previously. They're seeing value in it at just higher levels each time that it drops. And as XLM goes higher, it's starting to break these recent old tops. And it just did that, and it's just broken through another old top. We've got to see where it closes. But for now, this has had a pretty good run from its lows of around 580 to 600 sats. It's nearly up double from where it was just a few short months ago. So back over to the technical analysis, just using support and resistance areas on the horizontals and on the diagonals. So there's the first level of 900, and then we're just going to join it from the lows to the next low to the next low and extend it to the right so that we can see where this market had been accumulating. So if we use this information to place our buy, our stop, and our take profit, I'm liking the area that it's just broken here of 900. I like the stop loss area just below 700. So if it goes below that, I'm happy to get out. And as a take profit area, this thing has literally got the moon to go to. I know it's a pretty bad joke, but first stop I think will be somewhere around 13 to 1500. Once we clear that area, I think we'll get up to around 2100 sats, and then 26. We clear that again, we pretty much got a little bit of room to clear at around 3000. So for now, that's probably a 3 times area from this point. You're getting it around 1100, potentially it can get up to 3000, so just short of 3 times. I think that's a pretty good return in the near-ish future. Who knows how long it's going to take, like with the rest of them, but I think this is a pretty good trade. It's something that I'm in and something that I am talking about on the channel here with you guys. That wraps up my 3 cryptocurrencies to put onto your watch list for July and August. Of course, there are several more that I want to dive into, but I'll put those in future videos. And also, I'd love to hear from you guys. Are there any cryptocurrencies that you want to have some technical analysis done on? Leave them in the description down below. I'll pin a comment there and just add to that any of the symbols of cryptocurrencies that you want to have a look at in the future. If you like that video, give us a like. It only takes a second to make that little thumbs up go blue. It helps out the channel a lot. Your way to show your support to the channel, free of charge. Everything I'm doing here is free, and I hope you're finding good value from it. Also, let me know if you get on board. Also, let me know if you get on board any of these trades, or you've got any of your own trades that you've been making profits from. I think this is a great time to be getting some good, decent returns out of this altcoin market, which has been pretty dead for some time. I often wonder who makes it to the end of these videos. If you are one of those people, hashtag down below, full send, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. I want to know who you guys are who watch these right through to the end. I try and pack it with as much knowledge, information as I possibly can without overloading anyone who's sort of new to the space. If you want to know more, obviously you can hit me in the comments, let me know. But if you are one of those fantastic people who watch the video right to the end, team full send. Let me know in the comments and I'll shout you out in the next video. Guys, I'll wrap it up there because it's long enough. Be sure to join me on Facebook and Instagram. My links are in the description down below. I'll see you guys at the next video. And as always, until next time, have more fun to get more done.